Episode 2. Let's Eat. As the wind brushed the clouds away, the moon appeared and gently lit every corner of the dark forest. Curled up in the bushes, Mio was fast asleep. Gomgom thought Mio looked very sweet. "Sleep well, little friend," Gomgom whispered softly to Mio. Just then, grumble, a sound echoed through the quiet forest. It was the sound of Mio's tiny but very hungry tummy. Gomgom tiptoed closer and took a careful look. Mio was thin, far too thin. Yum! Mio smacked his lips in his sleep. It was clear he hadn't eaten a single thing since he lost his mama. Gomgom quickly scanned his internal database. Found it! How to make food for a baby kitten. He gathered ingredients he could find in the forest. But there was a problem. To cook kitten food, he needed a special kitten cooker. And there were no parts in the forest to make one. Those parts could only be found in the village where people lived. Long ago, the villagers tried to throw Gomgom away. They said he was just old and worn out. That was when Gomgom ran away from the village. And ever since then, he had been afraid of it. "Be brave," he told himself. "I'll go with the moon as my friend." Gomgom was scared of being caught by people, but for the little kitten Mio, he decided to go back to the village. Walking beneath the moonlight, Gomgom reached the village junk shop. Just as he quietly slipped inside, a small voice came out of the darkness. "Who's there?" Startled, Gomgom quickly hid behind a wall, but the child didn't let him go, and came trotting after him. "Play with me," a child with a yellow ribbon in her hair said with a bright smile. "Let's play hide and seek, rock, paper, scissors." The child held out scissors. Gomgom's round hand was just like a rock. "I'm scissors, and you're rock. I lost," she laughed. "I'll be the seeker." Leaning against the wall, she closed her eyes and said, "Hide well. Don't let me see even your hair." Before he knew it, Gomgom was playing hide and seek with the child. After a while, the child let out a long yawn and lay down on the floor, slowly drifting into sleep. Gomgom gently tucked the child in on a cozy sofa deep inside the shop. Then, very carefully, he gathered the parts he needed to make a kitten food cooker. "Sweet dreams, little one," Gomgom whispered to the sleeping child before slipping out into the night. Dawn slowly broke over the forest. Mew! Mio woke up, washed his face with his paws, and stretched his tiny body. But Gomgom was nowhere to be seen. Where did he go? Mio looked around and around, but Gomgom wasn't there. "Gomgom, Gomgom," he called out loudly, but there was no answer. The thought of being alone again made Mio feel very sad. "I can make it on my own," Mio shouted, trying to be brave. "I'm really okay. I'll go find my mom." He puffed up his fur to look brave and marched along the forest path. Suddenly, a mole popped up from under the ground. Startled, Mio scrambled up a tree. Suddenly, with a whoosh, a squirrel jumped out. "Mom! Mommy!" Terrified, Mio cried out and scrambled even higher up the tree. Just then, from far away, Gomgom's voice drifted through the forest. "Mio! Mio! Where are you?" Mio pouted his lips tightly. He was still upset with Gomgom. Suddenly, a large hawk began circling above Mio's head. "Eek!" Terrified, Mio slipped and tumbled from the tree. Poof! He landed on something soft and fluffy. It was Gomgom. He had spotted Mio and rushed over just in time. "Are you hurt?" Gomgom asked. But still angry, Mio hissed. He pushed Gomgom away and went to sit behind a tree. Gomgom quietly walked over and sat down beside him. Mio didn't even look his way. "Mio," Gomgom called gently, but Mio turned away with a huff. And then, grumble! Mio's tummy gave a little grumble. Gomgom quickly reached into his pocket and took out the parts one by one. Click, click! He carefully assembled a kitten food cooker. All done. Gomgom placed grass and berries into the cooker. "Let's make a special meal for Mio, something warm and yummy." Hearing Gomgom's gentle voice, Mio began to feel calm again. After a while, steam hissed softly from the cooker, and a savory, nutty smell drifted through the air. Mio sniffed and slowly crept closer. "Time to eat, Mio," Gomgom said, scooping the food into a wooden bowl. "I'm not eating. I'm not hungry." Mio grumbled. But when Gomgom quietly slid the bowl a little closer, Mio's body moved toward it all by itself. Maybe, just a little, but after one bite, Mio couldn't stop eating. "Mio, I'm sorry I left you alone," Gomgom said softly as Mio ate. "Being alone is really scary," Mio replied. "I promise I won't ever leave you alone again," Gomgom said gently. That night, when the moon rose into the sky, Gomgom and Mio climbed a tree together. Gomgom transformed into a soft, cozy cushion right on the branch. Mio curled up on the fluffy cushion and drifted into a warm, peaceful sleep.